All right, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Waters here from the GameSpot stage at Comic-Con 2014. Joining me now is Al Hope from Creative Assembly, here to talk about Alien Isolation. Al, glad to have you here, man.
It's great to be here.
It feels like just recently you and I were sitting down talking about Alien Isolation back at E3, but since then you guys have made some big announcements about the cast of the original movie.
Yeah, so quite amazingly, it was kind of a dream come true. We've managed to bring together a bunch of the original cast to sort of reprise their roles as the original Nostromo crew, and we're releasing some bonus content in which you can, as a player, take on one of those crew members and try and survive against our signature alien.
A signature alien, yeah. That xenomorph. So now the game Alien Isolation takes place after the events of Alien. It's sort of investigating to try to figure out what went down during the movie timeline.
So the Alien Isolation itself takes place 15 years after the Nostromo goes missing, and you play Amanda Ripley, so Ellen Ripley's daughter, and she's trying to find answers as to her mother's disappearance. And then when Weyland Yutani discover that they believe someone has found the black box flight recorder in the Nostromo, she volunteers to be part of it.
She's got to go in.
Yeah, got to go and find it.
So connect it then to, we're just catching a glimpse there of the cast members, connect it then to them and sort of how, where that piece of content fits into the game.
Yeah, so I mean, the new Crew Expendable content is very much bonus content. It's not, it kind of takes you back to that original 15 years earlier when the crew are trying to survive against the alien on the Nostromo inside that pressure cooker. There's no escape. We just have to try and deal with it. So it is kind of separate to our main story, but it's obviously it's kind of connected through the connection of sort of mother and daughter.
Sure. Now, one of the things that you guys have been so diligent about, and I think has lent a lot of, it's created a lot of the appeal for Alien Isolation, is how much you guys are channeling the aesthetic of the movie and sci-fi in that time, and the green CRT monitors, and just the way you were trying to make it look like the movie looked. So, making getting Sigourney Weaver in to talk about the game is one thing, but you're not mocapping her and capturing her face to make her look like Ellen Ripley when the original game came out.
Well, actually, one of the interesting things was when we started, we were given this amazing production archive from 20th Century Fox, and one of the great things was all these continuity photos of the cast on set back in 1979, and so we had these amazing front and side shots.
Really?
And so that was our treasure trove from which we could build 3D models from those faces from 35 years ago. So it was an amazing kind of resource. So when we were able to recreate these likenesses, we were kind of able to take them back in time.
And how cool to have those as still images as opposed to you guys trying to like pause the movie and find a frame.
Exactly. That was going to be plan A. It's just, okay, what can we get out of the film?
So did you get to talk to the actors themselves and sort of talk about what the game and what you guys are trying to do and sort of get their reactions?
Absolutely. I mean, we took them through the premise of the game, what we were trying to do, the approach we were taking, going back to that original kind of Ridley Scott haunted house in space, and Alien Isolation being much more a survival game rather than trying to be a kind of game about killing.
Yeah.
And I think once they saw the kind of attention to detail and the fact that we were taking the player back to that original roots of the series, that I think they found it really exciting, and we worked really closely with them on their likeness and on the voice recording, which it's just an incredible experience to sit and listen to those cast members take on those roles again and start acting out being on the Nostromo once more.
Very cool. Did they have moments? Did they have flashbacks like, oh, I remember that piece of the set, or oh, those walls? They were like, you touch them and they feel really weird, but they look cool.
Yeah. So I mean, actually, we actually met up with Sigourney Weaver earlier on this week, and I was able to show her the latest version of the code, and it was great being able to walk through the Nostromo corridor and for her to be going, I've walked through there. I've actually been on set there. I think there's a really, like you were saying, a real kind of high fidelity reproduction of that original set.
Wow. I mean, you mentioned it before, but total dream come true, right? This is such a passion project for you guys. You love it so much.
Absolutely. I mean, to be in a position to make this game in the first place, we really deeply love that first film, and to be able to make this game was kind of a dream come true. But then, when you start a project like this, you have all these ideas, and we were thinking, well, we've recreated the original Alien. How about what if that original crew came face to face with it again? It was great to be able to be in a position to show the original cast, hey, this is what we're doing, and for them to get really, really excited and get behind the project.
Very cool. And so that's to clarify again that. Original cast stuff is part of it's currently a pre-order bonus.
Yeah, that's correct.
And so that's something people can order now because the game's coming out in just a few months.
Yeah, October 7th.
October 7th. And you guys are also giving people on the show floor here at Comic-Con a taste of the action.
Yeah.
But this is not, this isn't a game to play on a crowded show floor.
No, so it's a very cool setup. We've built this enormous alien egg.
There it is.
Where you can go inside one at a time and experience the kind of time-based challenge, which is just a really stripped-down experience. It's just you, an alien, motion tracker, and a flamethrower, and seeing how long you can survive. Mm-hmm. It's just been absolutely fantastic. It's very intense. It's very loud. You're isolated, and it's just you and the screen. And it's been fantastic watching, because we have a camera inside the egg, and so the audience outside can watch your reaction. And
really?
You can hear the kind of oohs and ahs as people attempt to survive, and and big cheers when people kind of when they get close to making it. So it's it's a really 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 fantastic experience.
Do you record the like screams also and the oh my god coming out of there?
We should do that. That might be a bit unfair though.
Yeah. Very cool. So Alien Isolation coming out October 7th on which consoles?
Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PC. And you guys must be pretty much closing in on finishing this thing up by now, right? Yeah, the amazing team back at the studio are just sort of fine tuning everything and just polishing. And it's things like this where we get to put the game in front of people and actually put it in their hands and get them to play it and get their feedback, and we can kind of take that back to the studio for that sort of last minute fine tuning.
Very cool. We actually have a question coming in here over Twitter, wondering, sort of back to asking about, you guys talking about using that source material, right? Did you use blueprints from the movie to recreate the Nostromo, or did you sort of also take liberties, sort of with the floor plan?
Yeah. So. Yes, is the short answer. That was one of the other great archive source material was the actual set design blueprint. So we were able to map out the Nostromo as it was designed and built. But of course, that was a film set, and we wanted to make sure it was a great game experience. And so we made some quite subtle changes just to make sure it's a great player experience. But I think on the whole, it is more or less a one-for-one reproduction.
And you'll be able to have those moments, if you watch the movie a few times, like Sigourney had, of I recognize this hallway.
Yeah, whether it's on the bridge or down in engineering, it's very highly recognizable.
Very cool, Al. Well, you guys also, you have some more showings here at San Diego Comic-Con. You guys have another presentation going on?
Yeah, so over at Nerd HQ at Petco Park, we have another slice of the game, and that's actually taken from the main game, and that's a much longer experience. It's about a 20-minute demo, and again, that just sort of drops you in the middle of the game. It's kind of quite a challenging experience, but I think a lot of people get a huge amount out of it. Again, it's you and the alien, and quite simply a motion tracker, but it's a slightly extended experience, and everyone should check it out. Yeah,
are you finding that people coming out of it are having the experience you're hoping them to have of that demo being a good microcosm of sort of what the game is about?
Yeah, just watching people play is massively rewarding and really exciting. Seeing people come out with massive smiles on their faces, even though they've been killed quite a few times. I think they're coming out with an adrenaline rush, and you can see them having this physical reaction, as they get scared playing it. It's fantastic.
Well, Al, so happy to talk to you again about Alien Isolation. It's always a pleasure. Very cool to hear about the new, the pre-order stuff with the original cast.
Thanks very much.
Enjoy the rest of your show here. And folks, that's Alien Isolation coming out October 7th with the pre-order bonus with the original cast voice acted and mapped into the game. Very cool.